The following guide is presented to you by Buttwater. Buttwater. Taste the chunks. Hello everyone and welcome to another Sunn Bros guide video. Today we're going to be taking a shot at Pontiff Sulyvahn as requested by many of you in the comment section of our other videos. You know how this works with us. We're going to get him stuck somewhere in the environment and then we're going to throw Pestilent Mist at him until he dies. So the first thing you're going to want to do for the setup of this is break a couple of the pews before you get set up and where you're going to try and get him stuck at, just because that clears a nice open pathway for him to go right where we want him to go. So as far as your build setup, really all you need is Pestilent Mist, and then it's a good idea to have a melee weapon ready, because he does sometimes get around that corner, especially when it comes to phase 2 and he brings his little clone out. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So as far as setup, yeah, just bust some of those pews, lead him over this direction, and if you just stand here just a little bit to the left of this lip on the doorway, just to the right there, and I'll point that out here in a second a little bit better when we round this corner. You want to be just a little bit off to the side of that and try and get him over on that side of it, of that little lip right there. That way you can get him stuck, and as long as you're close enough to him, he will constantly stay aggro, constantly think that you're going to be in attack range, and he'll sit there and swing at you. So be sure to look up a little bit whenever you cast Pestilent Mist to get it far enough away from you that it's not damaging you, but it'll damage him. And so you should just be able to stand here until you get to phase 2, and what you're going to want to watch for is that he'll fall down and you'll see his flaming sword hit the ground. And that's when you know phase 2 is about to start. When that happens, you're going to need to step out around this corner, because whenever he does his explosion thing going into phase 2, he always side or back steps afterwards. And so if he back steps, he's then out of that aggro range and he'll get himself unstuck on that lip. And so you want to try to get him and his clone both stuck there at once. I get really lucky right here and he steps around, but he goes right back. That just kind of worked out in my favor. But then this way, if you can keep at least one of them stuck there, if his clone does get around or whatever, then you can dispatch it pretty quickly. I mean, all I have is a raw broadsword here, and I killed it in like 3 or 4 hits. And then he's still stuck there on that same little lip, and you just cast Pestilent Mist until he's dead and done. Same as we do with everything else. So that's it. It's pretty simple. It can get a little bit hairy going into phase 2. It may take a little bit of practice to try and lure him and his clone back into that safe spot. But that's it. A little bit of trial and error, and you should have it taken care of without having to learn how to parry, right? Awesome. That's it. That's it for this guide video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out all of our social media links that'll be listed down in the description. We've got Patreon and Discord up now. We've got our Facebook and Twitter that are operating. So be sure to check all those out. And thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.